All right, we're going to graph this equation, and when we graph, it's really helpful if we have our equation in slope-intercept form. Slope-intercept form looks like y equals mx plus b. So what you want to notice is that the y is alone. So when you have the equation 3y equals negative x plus 6, we do not have y alone. We've got this 3 over here. So before you do any graphing, you have to solve for y if necessary. In this case, it's necessary. This is multiplication between the y and the 3. So the opposite of multiplying is dividing. So we're going to divide by 3 on the left side. And on the right side, we're going to go ahead and divide every single term by 3. Your 3's cancel, leaving us with y equals, now this negative x over 3, go ahead and put a 1 in front of the x. Now you can see it's negative 1x over 3. So we can see that as a negative 1/3 x. It's okay if the x is on the side. Plus 6 divided by 3 is 2, so plus 2. Now this is ready to graph. This is slope-intercept form. The reason slope-intercept form is so nice to graph from is looking at the equation, you can identify the slope and you can identify the y-intercept. So, where is the slope? The slope will always be the number with the x. So we have a negative 1/3 in front of the x, so our slope is negative 1/3. The y-intercept will always be the number on the end. It's always plus or minus some number. So our y-intercept, the x is a 0, and the y is a 2 because it's a y-intercept. So just by looking at slope-intercept form, we have enough information to graph this. So how do we start graphing? You always want to start with plotting a point on your graph. Do not start with the slope. So the y-intercept is 0, 2. So we're going to go to the point 0, 2. Your x is 0, so left and right 0, up 2 on the y-axis. So that's where 0, 2 is. From there, we're going to do our slope of negative 1/3. When you do your slope, the number on top is alright, so that negative 1 is the rise, this 3 on the bottom is our run. So when you guys plot points, you always want to start with the rise. A negative 1 for your rise tells us to go down 1. I'm going to use this little pointer. So here's where we are. We're going to go down 1. That puts us right there where I'm pointing. The run is 3. You guys are going to run to the right for your run. So 1, 2, 3. That's where our point goes, right there. Alright, same thing. We're going to go down 1. So here's down 1 to the right. 1, 2, 3. There's our next point. It's a negative slope. You can see that we have a downhill line. You know, this is going to be going like this, downhill from left to right. Negative slopes are going to look like that. Now to get the graph on the left side of our y-intercept, go back to your y-intercept, and you're going to reverse what you just did. Instead of going down, you're going to go up, and instead of going to the right, you're going to go to the left. 1, 2, 3. We put a point there. And we do the same thing again. Up 1, to the right, 1, 2, 3. So we've filled up our whole graph with our points. Now we can go ahead and draw in our line. I'll go ahead and use a fancy one. It's going to look like that. Arrows on both sides, and that is our graph in slope-intercept form. So solve for y first when necessary.